You may have noticed that now we have the new integrated Gmail. This includes Google Meet, Chat, and Rooms. Rooms is a brand new feature, and you may have noticed that what used to be called Hangouts is now just called Chat. If you don't want these features to show up in your Gmail, or you want Meet, Chat, and Rooms to appear on the right-hand side, simply access your Gmail settings by clicking the gear icon in the upper corner. Then click on See All Settings. Once you're there, you'll see a Chat and Meet option at the top. Select that, and here you have your options. You can turn the chat off completely. You can manage your chat notification settings, so if you don't want an alert every time someone sends you a message, you can turn those off. If you would like your Meet, Chat, and Rooms to be on the right, select that dialog box, and I'll do that so you see what it looks like. And you can also choose to hide the Meet section in your main menu. Let's go ahead and click Save Changes. When I do, you'll see that when my Gmail reloads, Meet, Chat, and Rooms will be on the right-hand side. Now I can still see all of my labels on the left-hand side while still accessing Meet, Chat, and Rooms. So what are these new features? We're familiar with Google Meet. You can start a meeting right within your Gmail if you want to. And chat works just like Hangouts. So you're able to easily start a chat message with a colleague or a group of colleagues. Now we have Rooms, which is an integrated Gmail experience. Let's create a new room. To do that, we click the plus sign in the upper right corner. And then we can choose to start a new group conversation, which would be a chat, create a room, browse other rooms that have been created, find a bot, which are some different apps that you can work with, or send a message request to an individual person through chat. I'm going to create a new room. You're given the option to name the room. Then you can invite the people that you would like to invite to the room. If you want, you can allow people outside of your organization to join your room, and you can choose to notify people by email, just like you do with a Google Doc. Let's click Create. Once I've created the room, you'll see that it shows up over here in my Rooms category. Here I can add more people if I want to, and then I can add some threads. We'll take a look at that in a minute. We start out in a chat mode, but then we also can access shared files that we've created within our room. And we can also create tasks that we'll work on together. So if I go back to the chat feature, I can create a new thread. So in this thread, notice that in the reply, I have the option to add an emoji, to upload any file from my computer that will add directly to the chat. I can import anything from my Google Drive, and I can start a video conference right here. When somebody sends a message, you have the option to like that message by adding an emoji to it. So I could give this a thumbs up. I can also send this message to my email inbox so that I remember it for later. I can edit my message, and I can delete it. You'll see that for each thread, which is a new box within the chat feature, you'll see it says following by default in the upper right corner. If I unclick that box, I will no longer receive notifications from that individual thread. If I want to receive the notifications again, I can click follow, and now I'm following it again. Anytime we want to start a new thread, we simply click, and it starts a new thread, which is a new chat box. Now let's take a look at files. Once we've added a file into our chat, it'll appear in the Files option. So if I select Google Drive, I can open up a file that's in my drive, and we can collaborate and work on that together. Once I've sent the file here, we can open it right inside the room. So if I click Open in Room, it's going to open up the doc right inside my Gmail, and together we can collaborate on this document as if we were in Google Docs, while we can still carry on the chat on the left-hand side as we're working together. Then we can give each other tasks to work on. So if I select Add Room Task, I could say, Dave, remember to finish the tutorial for Google Meet. I can then click Assign and choose that I want to assign this to Dave, and then click Add. Now it's assigned to Dave, and if I want, I can add a due date and time. So maybe I want this done by Monday at 10 a.m. Once the task is complete, Dave can simply check it off and mark it as complete. This is a great way to work on projects together and make sure that you are getting things completed without having to leave your Gmail. To leave the room, I can simply click the X to close out of the dock, and then I can click the arrows that are pointing into each other to exit full screen. When I do that, it makes my room small in the corner, and if I want, I can open it back up by clicking the arrows in the corner.